Hello everyone, welcome to NCRT audiobook. Today we start the class 11th lesson, chapter 10, cell cycle and cell division. Let's start. Are you aware that all organisms, even the largest, start their life from a single cell? You may wonder how a cell then goes on to form such a large organism. Growth and reproductions are the characteristics of the cells, indeed of all living organisms. All cells reproduce by dividing into two, which with each parent cell giving rise to the two daughter cells each time they divide. The newly formed daughter cells can themselves grow and divide, giving rise to the new cells population that is formed by the growth and the division of the single parental cell and its progeny. In other words, such a cycle of the growth and division allow a single cell to form a structure constituting of the millions of the cells. Cell cycle. Cell division is the very important process in the all living organism. During the division of the cells, DNA replication and cell growth also takes place. All these processes, that is cell division, DNA replication and cell growth, hence have to take place in the coordinate way to ensure the correct division and have a formations of progeny cells containing the intact genome. The sequence of the events by which a cell duplicates its genome, synthesizes, and the other constituent of the cells are eventually divides into two daughter cells is termed as a cell cycle. Although cell growth in terms of the cytoplasmic increases in the continuous process, DNA synthesis occurs only during one specific stage in the cell cycle. The replicated chromosomes DNA are then distributed to the daughter nuclei by a complex series of the events during cell division. These events are themselves under the genetic control. Phases of cell cycle. A typical eukaryotic cell cycle is illustrated by the human cells in culture. These cells divide once in approximately every 24 hours. However, this duration of the cell cycle can vary from organism to organism and also from cell type to cell type. Yeast, for example, can progress through the cell cycle in only about 90 minutes. The cell cycle is divided into two basic phases, interphase and M phase, that we call the mitosis phase. The M phase represents the phase when the actual cell division or mitosis occurs, and the interphase represents the phase between the two successive M phases. It is significant to note that in the 24-hour average duration of the cell cycle of the human cell, cell division proper lasts for only about an hour. The interphase lasts more than 95% of the duration of cell cycle. The M phase starts with the nuclear division corresponding to the separation of the daughter chromosomes, karyokinesis, and usually ends with divisions of cytoplasm, cytokinesis. The interphase, through called the resting phase, is the time during which the cell is preparing for division and undergoing both cell growth and the DNA replication in an orderly manner. The interphase is divided into three further phases: G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. The G1 phase is corresponding to the interval between the mitosis and the initiations of the DNA replication. During G1 phase, the cell is metabolically active and continuously grow, but does not replicate its DNA. S or synthesis phase marks the period during which the DNA synthesis or the replication takes place. During this time of the amount of DNA per cells doubles if the initial amount of DNA is denoted by 2C and then it increases to the 4C. However, there is no increase of the chromosome number. If the cell had diploid or 2n number of the chromosome at G1, even after the S phase, the number of the chromosome remains the same, that is 2n. In animal cell, during the S phase, the DNA replication begins in the nucleus and centrioles duplicates in the cytoplasm. During the G2 phase, proteins are synthesized in the preparation of the mitosis while cell growth continues. Some cells in the adult animal do not appear to exhibit the division, and many other cells divide only occasionally as needed to replace the cells that have been lost because of the injury of the cell death. These cells that do not divide further exist G1 phase to enter an inactive stage called the quiescent stage or G0. of the cell cycle. Cell is this stage remains metabolically active but no longer proliferate unless called on the to do so depending on the requirement of the organism. In animals, mitotic cell division is only seen in the diploid somatic cells. However, there are few exceptions to this where the haploid cells divides by mitosis. For example, male honeybees. Against these, the plant such can show the mitotic division in both haploid and diploid cells. From your recollections, for examples of the alternation of generation in plants, identify the plant species and stages at which the mitosis is seen in the haploid cell. M-phase. This is the most dramatic period of the cell division, involving a major recognition of the virtually or components of the cell, since the number of the chromosomes in the parent and progeny cells is the same. It is also called as the equational division. Through for the convenience, mitosis has been divided into 4 stages of nuclear division. Karyokinesis. It is very essential to understand that cell division is the progressive process and very clear-cut lines cannot be drawn between the various stages. Karyokinesis involves the following 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Prophase. Prophase, which is the first stage of the karyokinesis of mitosis, follows the S and G2 phase of interphase. In the S and G2 phase of the new DNA molecules formed are not distinct but intertwined. Prophase is marked by the initiation and condensation of the chromosomal material. The chromosomal material becomes untangled during the process of chromatin condensation. The centrosomes, which had undergone duplication during the S phase of the interphase, now begins to move towards the opposite pole. Prophase, which is the first stage of the karyokinesis of mitosis, follows by the S and G2 phases of the interphase. In the S and G2 phases, the new DNA molecules formed are not distinct but intertwined. Prophase is marked by the initiation and condensation of the chromosomal material. The chromosomal material becomes untangled during the process of chromatin condensation. The centrosomes, which had undergone duplication during the X phase of interphase, now begins to move towards the opposite pole of the cell. The complications of the prophase can thus be marked as the following characteristics events. Chromosomal materials condenses to form the compact mitotic chromosomes. Chromosomes are seen to be composed of 2 chromatin attached together at the centromere. Centrosome, which had undergone duplication during the interphase, begins to move towards the opposite poles of the cells. Each centrosome radiates out macrotubules called the esters. The 2 esters together with the spindle fibers form the mitotic apparatus. Cells at the end of the prophase, when viewed under the microscope, do not show Golgi complexes, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus and the nuclear envelope. Metaphase. The complete disintegrations of the nuclear envelope marks as the start of the second phase of the mitosis. Hence, the chromosomals are spread through the cytoplasm of the cells. By this stage, condensation of chromosomes is completed and they can be observed clearly under the microscope. This then is the stage at which morphology of the chromosomes is most easily studied. At this stage, metaphase chromosomes is made up of 2 sister chromatids which are held together by the centromere. Small disc-shaped structure at the surface of the centromere called the notochores. These structure serves as the site of the attachment of the spindle fiber to the chromosome that are moved into the position of the center of the cells. Hence, the metaphase is the characteristics by all the chromosomes coming lie at the equator with 1 chromatids of each chromosomes connected by its notochore to spindle fibers from one pole to its sister chromatids connected by its notochore to spindle fibers from the opposite pole. The plane of alignment of the chromosomes at the metaphase is referred to as the metaphase plate. The key features of the metaphase are spindle fibers attached to the notochores of chromosome. Chromosomes are moved to the spindle equator and get aligned along the metaphase plate through the spindle fibers to both poles. Anaphase. At the onset of the anaphase, each chromosome arranged at the metaphase plate is split simultaneously, and the two daughter chromatids, now referred to as the daughter chromosomes of the future daughter nuclei, begin their migration towards the two opposite poles as each chromosome moves away from the equatorial plate. The centromere of each chromosome remains directed towards the pole and hence at the leading edge, with the arms of the chromosomes tallying behind. Thus, anaphase stage is the characteristics by following key events: centromere split and chromatids separate. Chromatids move to the opposite poles. Telophase. At the beginning of the final stage of the karyokinesis, that is the telophase, the chromosomes that have reached their respectively poles decondensed and lose their individuality. The individual chromosomes can no longer be seen, and each set of the chromatin material tends to collect at each of the two poles. This is stage that shows the different following key event. Chromosomes cluster at opposite spindle poles and their identity is lost as a discrete elements. Nuclear envelope develops around the chromosomes clusters to each pole, forming the two daughter nuclei. Nucleolus, Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum reform. Cytokinesis. Mitosis accomplishes not only the segregations of the duplicated chromosomes into the daughter nuclei, but the cell itself is divided into two daughter cells by the separation of the cytoplasm called cytokinesis, at the end of which cell division gets completed. In an animal cell, this is achieved by the appearance of furrow in the plasma membrane. The furrow gradually deepens and ultimately joins in the center, dividing the cell cytoplasm into two, and plant cells, however, are enclosed by the relatively inexhaustible cell wall. Therefore, they undergo cytokinesis by the different mechanism. In plant cell, wall formation start in the center of the cells and grow outward to the meet of the existing lateral walls. The formation of the new cells walls begins with the formation of the simple precursor called the cell plate that represent the middle lamella between the walls of the two adjacent cells at the time of the cytoplasmic division. Organelles like mitochondria and plastid get distributed between the two daughter cells. In some organisms, karyokinesis is not followed by the cytokinesis, as a result which multinucleated conditions arises, leading to the formation of syncantium, that is the liquid endosperm in coconut. Significance of mitosis. Mitosis or the equitational division is usually restricted to the diploid cells only. However, in some lower plants, in some social insect, haploid cells are also divided by mitosis. It is very essential to understand the significance of the division of the life of an organism. Are you aware of some examples where you have studied about the haploid and diploid insect? Mitosis usually results in the production of diploid daughter cells with the identical genetic components, and the growth of the multicellular organisms is due to the mitosis. Cell growth results in the distributions of the ratio between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. It is therefore becomes essential for the cell to cell divides to restore the nucleocytoplasmic ratio. A very significant conditions of the mitosis is cell repair. The cell of the upper layer of the epidermis cells in the lining of the gut and blood cells being constantly replaced. Mitotic division in the meristematic tissue is the apical and the lateral cambium, result in the continuous growth of the plant throughout their life. Meiosis. The production of the offspring by the sexual reproduction includes the fusion of two gametes, each with the complete haploid set of the chromosome. Gametes are formed from the specialized diploid cells. This specialized kind of the cells divisions that reduces the chromosome number by the half result in the production of the haploid daughter cells. This kind of the division is called the meiosis. Meiosis ensures the production of the haploid phase in the life cycle of sexually reproducing organisms, whereas fertilization restores the diploid phase. We come across meiosis during the gametogenesis in the plants and animals. This leads to the formation of haploid gametes. The key features of the meiosis are as follow. Meiosis involves the two sequential cycles in nuclear and nuclear cell division called meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, but only a single cell of the DNA replication. Meiosis 1 is initiated after the parental chromosomes have replicated to form the identical sister chromatids at the S phase. Meiosis involves the pairing of the homologous chromosome and the recombinations between the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome. 4 haploid cells are formed at the end of the meiosis 2. Meiotic events can be grouped under the following phase: meiosis 1, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. Meiosis 2, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Meiosis 1. Prophase 1. Prophase is of the first meiotic division is typically longer and more complex when compared to the prophase of mitosis. It has been further subdivided into following 5 phases based on the chromosomal behavior, that is leptotin, zygotin, packetin, diplotin and dikinesis. During leptotin stage, the chromosome becomes gradually visible under the light microscope. The compaction of the chromosomes continues throughout the leptotin. This is followed by the second stage of the prophase called zygotin. During this stage, the chromosomes start pairing together, and this process's association is called synapsis. Such paired chromosomes are called the homologous chromosomes. Electron microgaps of this stage indicates that the chromosome synapsis is accompanied by the formation of complex structure called synaptonymal complex. The complex formed by the pair of the homologous chromosome is called the bivalent or tetrad. However, these are more clearly visible at the next stage. The first 2 stages of the prophase 1 are relatively short-lived compared to the next stage, and that is the packeting. During this stage, the 4 chromatids of each bivalent chromosomes becomes distinct and clearly appearance to tetrad. This stage is characterized by the appearance of the recombinations of nodules, the site at which the crossing overs occurs between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. Crossing over is the exchange of the genetic material between the 2 homologous chromosomes. Crossing over is also an enzymatic mediated process, and enzymes involved in this recombination. Crossing over leads to the recombination of genetic material on the 2 chromosomes. Recombinations between the homologous chromosome is completed by the end of the packeting, leaving the chromosomes linked at the site of the crossing over. The beginnings of the diplotin is recognized by the dissolutions of the synaptonymal complex and the tendency of the recombination homologous chromosome of the bivalent to separate from each other, except at the site of crossover. These X-shaped structures are called the chiasmata. In oocyte of some vertebrates, diplotin can last for the months or years. The final stage of the meiotic prophase 1 is the dikinesis. This is marked by the terminalization of chiasmata. During this phase, the chromosomes are fully condensed and meiotic spindles are assembled to prepare the homologous chromosome for the separation. By the end of the dikinesis, the nucleolus disappear and the nuclear envelopes are breaks down. Dikinesis represents the transition to metaphase. Metaphase 1. The bivalent chromosomes are aligned on the equatorial plate. The macrotubules form the opposite pole and the spindle attaches to the nitinore of the homologous chromosomes. Anaphase 1. The homologous chromosome separates while the sister chromatids remains associated at the centromere. Telophase 1. The nuclear membrane of the nucleolus reappears. Cytokinesis followed, and this is called the dyad of cells. Although in many cases of the chromosome do undergo some dispersion, they do not reach the extreme extended state of the interphase nucleus. The stage between the 2 meiotic division is called the interkinesis and generally short-lived. There is no replication of DNA during interkinesis. Interkinesis is followed by the prophase 2 and much simpler prophase than the prophase 1. Meiosis 2. Prophase 2. Meiosis 2 is initiated immediately after the cytokinesis, usually before the chromosomes have fully elongated. It contrasts to meiosis 1, and meiosis 2 resembles a normal mitosis. The nuclear membrane disappears by the end of prophase 2. The chromosomes again becomes compact, metaphase 2. At this stage, the chromosome aligned at the equator and the microtubules from opposite poles of the spindle get attached to the nitocores of the sister chromatids. Anaphase 2. It begins with the simultaneous splittings of the centromeres from each chromosomes, which was holding to the sister chromatid together, allowing them to move towards the opposite pole of the cells. Shortening of the microtubules attaches to the notochores. Telophase 2. Meiosis ends with the telophase 2, in which the two groups of the chromosomes once again get enclosed by the nuclear envelope. Cytokinesis follows, resulting in the formation of tetrad of the cells, that is 4 haploid daughter cells. Significance of meiosis. Meiosis is the mechanism by which the conservation of the specific chromosome number of each species is achieved across the generation in the sexually reproducing organism. Even though the process paradoxically result in the reduction of the chromosome number by half, it is also increases the genetic variability in the populations of the organism from one generation to the next. Variations are very important for the process of evolution. Here the lesson is completed.